Hello, hello, and welcome to Rory's Gameworks, where we play some games and see if they work. Today we're back at Horizon Forbidden West. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this madness, and comment down below to feed those algorithm gods. And without further ado, let's get back to the adventure. Oh, sweet Gaia, impart to me your wisdom. Here I give you my kernel. Or your kernel. Not really mine. Enjoy! Is Aether not tasty? Nom 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 Aether.
So, what did you want
I
to discuss?
recovered Aether.
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes.
But I'm detecting it, baby.
The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Woobo 3 4.
Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine.
Or it could be a trap from the future
peoples.
peoples.
Someone or something else.
You don't think it's
Not
actually
really future.
Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
Advanced past people.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Aletheia!
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there,
Or
someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
tricky tricky. Could it
Is
be the
Aletheia sending the
Zeniths?
transmission?
The
According
TVs?
to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then.
Or maybe they're just too clever for their own good.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance.
237.
Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
Were you guys just waiting for the right moment?
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses.
Fair enough.
I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Aletheia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Aloy,
Hi.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
How are you?
How's Katalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts.
Physically
I may be
or
able to
mentally?
assist in his recovery, should he be interested.
Really? I'm sure he will be. How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well,
Alternative medicine. Ugh.
Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices.
Goddamn hippies.
And encouraged Varl to try out
That
this
is a joke.
lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I was a vegetarian for
I
8
believe
years.
they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus. After an initial incident,
What did he do?
he unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
The drones are still doing stuff,
It may
but
be possible to restore more of this room's functionality, should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
I'll keep a lookout. So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel, it used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
damn you, Ted
So he doesn't
Pharaoh.
have to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An
That was the
effort by
DLC,
its
Frozen
creators
Wilds, to
protect
Zero
it
Dawn.
From the Pharaoh
Very
plague.
good.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about.
Sorry you don't have any
The
machine
processor
friends.
Aether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My
Yeah, a
knowledge
bunch of people
historical
died.
events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database.
Boo.
However,
Damn you, Ted
Climate
Pharaoh.
data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a
Good
wasteland.
thing that's not happening.
So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures returned to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
Can you tell us how that happened?
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them.
A sad day. What?
I guess I should get going.
As you say, be well, Aloy.
Thank you. I will attempt to be well. I appreciate your insight, Gaia. Let me look at this thing again. Boop. Boop. I want to talk to you about this stuff. Come on, you can do it. There we go.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Oh, it goes away.
Welcome
Okay.
back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
Nowhere.
So, Project Zero Dawn.
Shit was crazy.
Greatest minds in the world. All working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Great.
Personnel worked in rotations at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education.
That's pretty quick.
Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
Who is your favorite and why is it Travis? Because he's obviously the best.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her
Dope.
presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there.
Imprinted
We
like a baby
exchanged
chicken.
Greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes.
Your god.
When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate. Though
It
I
happens.
am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that Ether at work?
Yes. Thanks to Ether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
Yeah, boy. I'm doing the
That'll be a
Lord's work.
relief for the Tenakth.
Lord
One of their
Gaia.
villages is still recovering after a mudslide caused the whole place to flood.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Much appreciated.
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of warning. Like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
I mean, it's not ideal.
Okay. I'll keep my guard up.
Poseidon!
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the regional watershed. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful.
You don't know, Gaia. I'm a sand guardian, guardian of the sand. Poseidon trembles before me. Fuck off! That's good stuff.
Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
Because it wanted to.
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. The one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
They're dope.
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species.
Yeah, it did.
Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066
Ted
by
Pharaoh!
order of Ted Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
Yeah, he was a rich white man.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose.
Nice.
Or prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS coordinates.
Perchance.
Artemis and Apollo, however, remain unaccounted for.
Dope. Well, peace.
I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travels.
I'm gonna check out these other drone things. You no longer have an exclamation point? Good. Wachow. Let's peep this'n. Show me potato salad. What if it did? What if it's just being inside a container of potato
I
salad?
like this one.
Ah, yes, I recall this one. I jumped on it from over there. I went, "Rawr, drone." I'm willing to believe that you like all of them, Gaia. I like this one. I'm sure you do. The double black diamond. $10 says this one's my favorite. This one is nice. Is this, yeah, this is where I fought that Thunderjaw. Maybe it's not my favorite. That's always a horrible experience fighting a Thunderjaw. Alright, Oblique V. Show me what you got. Show me who you're working with.
Good choice.
Thank you. You had nothing to say about the other one. Or maybe she did, and I just didn't pay attention. Like, the Blight looks pretty, despite its, terrifying capability. And it's Ominous destructive power.
Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Go on.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Wherefore art thou, new living area? To this? Oh, this is an exit, isn't it?
Gotta go after Eleuthia. Erend and Varl are waiting for me at the west exit. Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room.
Oh, my room. Okay.
Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
They are thoughtful people.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud.
Yes. Probably. Bow.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it when I finished my training.
He's dead.
Feels like so long ago now.
It does.
When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost.
You did
I don't
not.
think he'd understand any of this,
He would not.
or what I have to do. But still, wish he was here.
I do too. He was good dude. Not... God damn it, Aloy, not what I wanted to do.
This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy.
Also dead.
I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I
Agreed.
think he was really looking forward to going home. When I met
To
Hikaru, I
Meridian.
figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Vashav was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
This is my bed. Who lights all these candles? Is it you, Gaia?
Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives.
Gaming room.
Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
God damn it, Ted Farrow.
Let's do that. What is this lead?
Ted Farrow. Enormous dick bag.
There's data here. Another room. What for?
Give me supplies, baby. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Thank you, chest. Ethan Reed, switch to private log. Okay, so Regional Control Center. Nice. Regional Control Center 9. Design of the facility is coming along. When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs except personality. So I'm going to sneak in my own mark. A couple of flourishes, starting with this little tucked away hideout. August would have gotten a kick out of it. He loved hidden passages, like the kind in old English castles. But I've got something bigger planned. My piece de resistance, if you will.
Switch to a private log?
Okay.
Okay, so... Regional Control Center 9. Design of the facilities coming along? When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs.
Alright, well, I already read it for you, so... Sorry, dude. I'll pay attention next time. Give me them valuables. Ancient metal eye.
I'm back in the sleeping quarters. Looks like Arendt and Catalo moved their stuff in.
Oh, they're going fast. Separate beds, that's good for right now. Right. But I bet they sneak over to each other all the time. Ow, sexy. Why am I like this? Exclamation point. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Ow, my diaphragm.
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
So can I interact with it? No, I can't. Well, that's probably for the best.
There it is.
Hello, Zo. How are we? Let me just... Okie dokie. Alright.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Oh,
Have
I'm
you gone
sure
back to
it
Plain
is.
Song at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe.
Yeah, but not.
To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least.
Yeah, it
and
is.
Heartbreaking.
Billions of
Such
goddamn
life
stars.
should be bent on destroying ours.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the old ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear.
Teaching people like me.
You've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Tell me about it. Not exactly cozy.
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes, the Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. You've spoken with Catalo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
I am quite influential.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was
I'm basically her clone.
surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
You don't have to understand
You've
how.
been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
That he is.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus?
Could you be more
Didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
specific?
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, They did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
Brutal.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our
Yes.
lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year.
A
In
tithe,
exchange,
if you will.
the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already. It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One
Until
day,
it's basically put
I
off
woke up to hear
permanently.
a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
Hence the
I needed a point
the need for
to appear before the
vegetarianism.
chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
I imagine cooking meat would do that
You said
for
you
you.
set out to fight the Karja alone.
Bring back trauma.
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Guerrilla warfare.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember.
The cruelty of war.
When all
I
the
understand.
dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvests passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
Why not do
I'm glad
both?
you chose the latter. Right. I
Peace,
should probably
nerd.
go.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Gaia's seedlings?
Maybe. We'll know for sure when we check it out.
Be careful.
We will. Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
Yeah, they did.
I see.
Yeah, they did. Oh boy.
Show me more.
What's up, homeboy?
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
We will teach you how to do this.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yep.
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such
A
power.
lot.
Has the world ever seen the like?
Unfortunately, yes.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
Mostly
I will leave the
invulnerable.
strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here.
Figured as
Farmers
much.
don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. I overheard that Varl and Erend are to accompany you on a mission. Do you require my assistance?
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base while we're away.
It shall be done. May the Ten walk with you.
Can do. I had parts to put in here, right? Boop. Craft override. I can override plow horns, baby. Yeah. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. I'm doing it. So I gotta wait for more overrides to come up before I can go about and do that business.
Another one of those subordinate function things.
Yeah, that.
There she is.
There I
Ready
am.
to head out?
That I am. Let's
Let's
get
go.
going.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
We're doing it. We're doing it for the kids. And the earth.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
I can also grunt. I'm doing it. I'm a voice actor now. Aaron, shut your face. There's the Zenith.
Merman.
I'll explain the plasma.
What is that?
A ballista.
What the hell?
Disc launching ballista. Ooh, she actually got hit?
Well, that takes the keg.
So, she knocked out. Can we...
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
kidnap her?
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
I did not win.
World always seems quieter when it snows.
Examine the corpse, baby.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Do I have 5? I do have 5. Aww, snap. Power Shredder. Launch a special shredder that deals extra damage to target. Shredder does not return after impact. Dope. And now I'm gonna start doing stuff with this bolt blaster. Probably not the spread blaster. I don't need a shotgun thing. 8 bolts, wide, short range spread. I mean, maybe if I'm up against something. Sustained burst. Now this one I am all about having. Just plant myself like a tree and fucking. Brap, brap, brap. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow. Eleuthia. Evera.
What?
Hello, Verbena? What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
And then she died, and everyone was happy. Bow, bow, bow. Get rid of the exclamation points because they get on my nerves, and I don't like seeing them there. What fancy things did I get that is necessary? Cool. Go, 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 go. Focus! These things look like they're going to be a pain in the ass to fight.
To assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Pretty sure you're the asset. Assist recovery of the asset. Continue monitoring V. Sutter. Orders acknowledged.
Mess.
Were they? They must have been fighting Regala's peeps.
I'll stash this away for later.
Hey Varl, you're doing a great job. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna loot some of these boxes. Oh, we got a heavy gun here. I've picked up 5 heavy weapons, which I know you can see. Oh baby. Where's the stalker corpse? Examine the charred weapon.
The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Well, it is in a cool area.
An Oseram with a focus.
Yeah, what's an Ostrom doing here?
Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Telemetry log. Okay.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Muttering things to yourself, Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
Found out I'm fucking awesome.
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
Why do the Ostrom got beef?
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Yes, let us talk to Varl. I will take this.
Now this is a find.
It goes boop. And that boop does a lot of damage. Varl, me boy. Hi. Shit. I know what buttons to push. Don't judge me.
Way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever
Probably
it
one of them
was,
machines.
Must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is.
Maybe it was Bassett.
Says it's somewhere down there.
All right.
Like Angela Bassett.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up.
What's he supposed to do if one does?
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Investigate the facilities, SOS.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS. Please help me, Aloy. More like Baloy. Okay. Alright. Fucking up. I want to jump over there. Aloy, you sons of bitch. Girl. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is a way to jump over there. Okay, jump back over here, please. Thank you. That's the way I need to go. Seems to be eternal darkness everywhere else. It's not ideal. I did make it. I did it. All for naught, but still. I proved that I could. Okay, it stops here. Alright. Let's get funky.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Locked door. Sup, text log. Storage units accessed. Data transfer initiated. Operation suspended. Fusion reactor on standby mode. Download initiated. Beamcast initiated. Destination redacted. Interesting. What do we have here? A transmitter.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
I'm not gonna lie, all of like the technology of the Zenith looks very like Final Fantasy 15. I dig it.
This was a Far Zenith research lab.
Ninma.
Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eluthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Yet.
Or anything you can blow up.
Yet. We're still early on into the adventure. I'm sure I can blow up plenty of shit. You just give me some time, my friend. You just give me some time. Unfortunately, time isn't exactly something you and I have together. We've come to a new ruin. We've talked a lot to Gaia and our companions. We're off to figure out this SOS. Where does it lead? We'll find out next time. My goodness, what an adventure we've been on so far. If you're feeling generous, you can pop on down to my Patreon and subscribe over there. That's patreon.com/Rory'sBrainworks. They are my rope and video game vanguard, my colonizers of dreams. And without them, all the ropey and video game endeavors that I do would be way harder to accomplish. Thank you for spending your time with me. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and follow my other social medias for updates. As always, I'm Rory, this is my GameWorks, and I'll see you next time.